we know that they're going to be pretty comfortable when it comes to Sunset, not least because they picked it, but with some results that are already in. And we're starting it off with some trades, but Team Heretics standing ahead, 4 versus 3, and the attempt to push through mid from KC has not worked, but they've managed to thread the needle with Magnum, and potentially will have a timing later on in the round. I mean, it's all about his pathing on that site, and his teammates making some noise potentially around middle to distract, but they've not. They've gone back to main, they've crept into site, looking just to take advantage of the space. The man disadvantage is still lingering over their heads.
Look for a second like Magnum might be given a little bit of an opportunity, but isn't going to be able to find those shots. Spike will be planted. A couple of players rotating in as well. I'm more looking at Miniboo. He's always the one to take the space for the team, a little bit of support. They also have a fragment to try and clear this close angle up, but they've got to be careful of the trip, and they're not.
Even blinded, he's made it work. Nice stuff for Patatech. They've still got a little bit more work to do because Magnum is putting up a fight on backside, down to 21, and the wall bang to eliminate him.
For them overall, a very aggressive move from Martin. He's actually going to come up with a double. The Shorty combining with the Spectre he found has somehow made this round look competitive. And again, it's looking like they've got a good opportunity to get in onto the site. The Dizzy is going to make it so that they have to fall back and all play from the same position. They've got to be careful of that trip again, but it hasn't gone up just yet.
No, it doesn't look like it will go up. Great stun in the corner. 2 players unable to fight, or at least you'd think. Now, 8 still gets away with one, but the trades come in, leaving a 20 HP. Shin with a classic to do it all, and somehow he's done it. Line across the board. You don't expect this kind of a play, this kind of aggression out of Miniboo. The stakes were so high for Heretics here, risking the map flying out of their control, and their solution is to send Miniboo on a suicide mission. We saw him do this the last time they played the map, and it was a disaster. Not so much this time.
Yeah, it was very hit and miss. Either he did that or he died immediately. And at the moment, all he's doing is taking over the round.
Oh, that stun is pretty rough for Magnum, but they don't know he's there. They haven't cleared it. He's unstunned, but Benji's getting the better of him. The ult immediately used, and that's a lurker killed. They know that. They've seen all these bodies towards the A site. You can see the reveals popping up as Rianz fires through some shock darts. Just an attempt to slow them down. As we can see, the rotates have taken place. Patatech now in position, as well as Boo helping him out, and helping him out he is. 2 quick kills, Paranoia through, Rianz picks up one in the chaos, and they're set up perfectly to close the round. He has been caught. Thrash not going to get as much ground as you'd hope. The trap wire saving them, but now they've got another space-taking tool, or at least they thought they had. Quick kill by Benji, and the support from Patatech. Rianz and Miniboo doubling up. This is looking beautiful.
Wow. It seems like they've guessed correctly because they've already cleared out B main. Paranoia, though, is already going to find them that opener. Martin with the first kill. And with these stingers up close, you do have to be a little bit more careful if you're on the Heretic side. Boo from above. This is an angle we've seen quite a few players try and sit in. And well, there you go. There is that Viper's Pit after the plant. Instead, Boo actually goes up above. And if he drops down, he's actually going to Goomba stomp someone instead.
It's a tough decision here. I mean, he is really playing blind in this, but that reveal certainly helped him out. It's only Martin down. Those weapons still so dangerous. They can catch a close fight inside a Viper's Pit. Flash is good. It's kept them back. Heretics slowing on the way through. They've already lost Patatech. The drop is good, though. That's the pit down. He gives his life for it, but a chance now for Benji. Never mind. You already have players on their way.
30 seconds left.
Patatech moved across middle. He's caught Magnum. But then in comes the play from Martin, and it's not done well. That flash was perfect.
Yeah, again, Narrate's utility is on point. Unfortunately, too many fish. Not able to hit the target. And also, other than Benji, the players, at least most of them are healthy. Trying to get this back into a winnable position is not going to be easy. And now the stun's going through. Counter flash is excellent, but the Paranoia has left them so blind. And now, well, it's going to be the leading of the charge from Miniboo. So much damage being done, leaving just Tomazi to try and fight back. But he will not be able to, especially if he has some supportive utility. Through they go. There he is with Rianz, the support, and then ready for the split to come in from behind. He's so aware of all of the positions. And it's actually Rianz to snap back. In fact, he's cleaning up, leaving just Shin remaining. And look how aware they are of this last man's position. It doesn't matter, he still lands the shot, but it's Rianz again instead. But now they are picking up that pace once again. in towards one player, but that one player delivers once more.
Yeah, a retake setup from Heretics where they're very ready for KC to come in, dumping those ults, your thrash right off rip, and some utility as well, but it gets them nothing. They've lost health, nade is through. That might even stop the plan. It might do damage on the back of it if it wasn't in the corner. The bounce was a little off, but Rian's shots weren't. Tamasi, though, stepping up to find some damage, already thrown out his snake bite. It will slow them slightly. We're not going to see it used for the later round to block off this control. Of course, not having the orb, but not having any life left gets even more in the way. Magnum, the last man standing, 1v3. And we saw Heretics win from this position many times, but they had a smoke to spam through in a slightly better plant position for the spams.
The team now, they're setting up on the other side. And it's so different, and again, within seconds. I don't even think that was the 5-second mark, and already, Martin is gone.
Barriers up, 5v4. It's like playing an attack side up against Artis. He was so annoying on the side of Na'Vi, constantly posted up with that operator, yet they do it with Miniboo sliding into angles, taking quick duels, not having the escape, but not need. Well, I guess he does. He just did it there. It's dodgeball being played out. He's just so hard to hit, and he hits hard. 8-3, 1 round left, and a man advantage towards the defensive side of Heretics. Pressure is on, but again, they're pushing in towards Benji Fishy.
They did this before. Similar setup. They have cages to protect. Trips put in place to allow him to just sit within this corner. Look, they've actually doubled them up. So even if they shoot one, the other one will catch him. Miniboo dropping another, and they have that fragment to try and hold them back. This is a masterclass from the side of Heretics, but Rian's has been caught. Tomasi giving them at least a little bit of an opportunity. 30 seconds left on the clock. Is he really going to try through the smoke? Left. You assume there has to be something else to this Shin having to make a move, otherwise he's going to have to just push straight into the blender, and with the stun leaving him just in a position where I don't even know what they can hope to find. It needs to be a miracle shot, and it isn't going to happen. Shin now with seconds left to spare, and he's going to walk straight into Miniboo as well.
A lot about the holds from Benji Fishy. Magnum, the Sentinel on the other side. Good snake bite. That should slow them down. Certainly do some damage on the way through. Benji, 30 HP. He ran in to make sure he could trade out his teammate at the very worst. See if that health ends up playing into it later, as some of it was the decay, so he's 74 after that fades away. It's not too bad. It's workable, but he's being chipped away, and that final fight for him seems to be coming pretty soon. He's going to have to scrap on the side, and Martin's quick to take it. Magnum and narrate. Shin wants his piece of the pie too. The disadvantage, it's still workable, but the weaponry weaknesses. 3 Bulldogs alongside a Stinger. They need to keep numbers in favor when fighting, and close range makes it even better. A little ambitious from Miniboo. Perhaps the idea being he's got the information to play off of now. It's a little bit awkward. Thought we were going to have a free kill.
Oh, I think we might. Brian's stuck in a corner. Turning this back into a 3v3. They've only just managed to find Magnum's cam as well, so he's revealed another. I think it's though Benji and Boo still standing. Martin is going to try and get this one to half of Benji there on the peak.
See out of the series.
Oh, no! Just a little bit spam. Exactly and Tomasi's already gone. The main defense on the site. A couple of teammates jumping to the aid of Miniboo. Make sure he doesn't get caught out by spams, but the rest of the players are all sectioned out from the site, just trying to reclaim some control into market. Clearing into mid, but Magnum's gone down as well. Again, these spam shots just seem to be doing so much damage. Finally, Narrate is able to find one back. Make things look at least a little bit more competitive. And Miniboo with an uncharacteristic whiff is going to give this back to a possible round for KC.
Oh, the flash is good, though. That's Martin down. Who's going to defuse? Well, there's still a little guy to work with, but they're looking to scrap instead. Narrate finding one, then sending the man out to defuse. He's going to hold it close inside the smoke. He's got the first. That's a 3rd kill in the round, and a chance to take it all the way. But Panatek interrupts him. The utility's coming. They know they've made the right gamble. They still need to see the reward for it. Martin, the first to find a kill, clean onto Benji Fishy. Damage done onto Boo. The kill only 1 before the trade comes through. This is looking nasty. Boo even contemplating bailing out of here with the ultimate, and indeed he will. Sending it to their spawn. They've heard him. They're close enough. Shin has that information to play with. The players also moving into spawn. The cross here, dangerous. It's being watched by so many of KC's players. You still have Martin and Magnum holding strong and keeping Panatek back. And the crossover for Boo. He might think he's got the sight, but actually, there's someone here waiting for him. The rotate's already come in from Shin. The angle's a little off. Couple seconds left, and he's got him. Surely now he can just defuse it. So far away, Patatek doesn't stand a chance. Knife out, he's running, but he'll never get there in time. And the nade, well, no more noise heard. They're sticking on A. They haven't fallen for it at all. In fact, they're primed and ready to duel. Heretics are the ones caught off guard, you would think. The spike is down in the open, 2 players protecting, 10 seconds to get that spike planted. They need to go for it now with a cross from Shin. He's down. Only a couple seconds to plant. The coverage needs to be there, and it's not. The pistol out for Boo, and it's too late. The time already gone. Heretics, it means that while they think they're robbing KC of information, they're absolutely not. KC are a step ahead. They know what control they've given up, and now they know this player's in market. Now the alarm bells start to ring. It's pretty clearly a B hit, but they're trading out the numbers. Magnum on 5 HP definitely does get worrying, but we just saw Thrash pulled into the arm of Narrate. He's going to use this to clear out market completely. Going to the side, in fact, fully committing, and he's caught Benji. They need to be quick if they want to capitalize on that space, and the problem is, if they're quick, they might just run into Miniboo. Plant's still not found. A couple of seconds left to get this done. Mosh pit burned out of them. Good kill for Miniboo. He doesn't know there's a player up top, and that is awkward. But it gets there in the end. Showstopper for the spike. The round secured now. The question, how much damage can Benji Fishy get away with? And it's almost all of them. The time is the only thing that saves KC. Zap this and let it slip away. Hunter's Fury used. Massive damage. He could get a kill. He could get 2. KC didn't need this now. A hero has to step it up. And it's Magnum or Shin, 11-9. And Karmine Corp have their back against a wall. Great flash, that might have brought them back in. The ult used, the hat off the head to reveal these players, Rians and Benji, both known quantities now. It's KC's choice on how they want to approach this. Recon gone through, it's revealing them both. It's causing problems that Benji's capitalizing on. And with 70 HP and a lot of time left against him, Magnum's out of here. 3 kills and a save call made. Team Heretics have put it 12-9. He might just get some value for money, because remember, Heretics have been so good at running the clock down. Miniboo's going to try to take that opening duel, slide back. I don't even know how Benji's picked that one up. He's caught Magnum through a cage. And a big problem now, because they're going to be so focused on pushing forward, on dealing with these players, on recovering that rifle from Miniboo, and putting pressure onto the spike, because time is low. All the while, this slow rotation comes through from Patatek. It could have massive impact. If they can just run it down, it's already halfway. Stuck. Half the sprays need to land, and okay, the player's being pulled off it. Now the flank from Patatek should secure the round. Rian's with another, a 2 versus 2, but time is of the essence for this squad, and they're down to the 1v1. Rian's with the reveal. He doesn't need a peek, he goes out. The time is low, but it's halved already, but never mind. Not enough on the clock to get it done. Team Heretics. Time to get moving, and look at the angle for Rians. Beautiful stuff as Narrate falls. KC have also lost a lot of health on Shin. Space taking on Martine. He's closing the distance and starting to push towards their spawn. That is a gap right now. There's not players there. There is a rotate on its way from Miniboo. He's going to have 3 opponents around this corner. A tough battle, but some support as well. There's the swing, and it's actually gone KC's way. They've tripled down on the kills. Miniboo falling alongside his teammates. Well, this has made it very difficult indeed. Boo is miles away, and he's the last one standing with 10 health.
Yeah, a good start, a good resurgence, and a great pistol round coming out of KC.
I'm happy to bring up his lows because he's had good highs too. Oh no, Martine. He had a real chance, but it's been torn away. Good damage in return though. Weaker weapons, some at least for KC, but they're not making it look like it with even one-to-one trades, giving them access to the A site.
This is the thing, the 3-man aggression, especially with KC pushing all in that direction, it gave them a 5v3 advantage, one of the best scenarios they could have kind of hoped for. And now they've managed to retrieve guns. This has gone from what was looking like a bonus round with an attempt to do damage to an opportunity to actually steal things away. And while Benji, the only one with any real utility. Interesting haunt. I don't know, they're clearing their own positions. That we've seen the util catch out though. The haunt maybe was just bait because instead the Caesars caught both.
It's an attempted bit of aggression around
that's not where he meant to TP.
No, it hasn't gone according to plan to start. They've got weaker weapons to try and recover with, and well, the players aren't rotated in either. Miniboo's pretty much alone here. Maybe Rians will be able to help out, but that ult is not going to be used up. We're relying on the Sheriff and the Spectre doing a lot of damage, maybe a Dizzy to help.
Yeah, they need to find quite a bit more before they throw out the Thrash. And yeah, with everything being so weak, the passive position's already being held. The Poison Orb from Thomasy as well. There's not really an avenue back in. They're going to have to just try and clear this utility out, and that might just do it. He's going to have to go aggressive. And well, that's not gone well at all for the young Viper. Dizzy is perfect. They're left so blind. Somehow this is actually starting to become viable for Heretics, leaving just Magnum standing to try and turn this back. And he's been caught by the ultimate. I said they need to do a lot for them to throw out the Thrash. Utility is so useful when it comes back into these retakes. A lot that they can use to try and clear the backlines. He doesn't even need it. He's just spammed Magnum through. Snakebite thrown in, Nightfall on the other side. Just try and hold them back a little bit more. Martin in a proactive position has managed to keep things in their favor, and Narrate will confirm it, leaving just Rien's left to try and fight 1 versus 4. He got the first kill, it would have to be an ace. And this time the Hawk put in a perfect position to reveal him. It's just tagged down. They've got the players there, but they've been tagged up all the way in this battle. Yes, there's a lot of personnel, but they're both blind, stuck in the corner. Nice work from Miniboo. Able to isolate the angle, but the trades come back thick and fast, leaving again just 2 remaining. Nice work from Rien's, but there shouldn't be too much more. Patatek, though, has brought this back into a winnable position. Gonna try and make his way down. That will have been hard, and they're gonna peek him together. KC.
Good damage as well to start this one off. Martin, he's got a player below, not for long. Shin's quick to deal with Miniboo, and that's opening duels completely denied by Karmine Corp.
This fight has not been going well for Heretics. They keep trying it again and again because they don't want to allow that control, but we haven't really seen that same pressure going on the other side of the map. Like, they've mostly just been going aggressive into A, and there is 5 players waiting for them pretty much every single time. Boo needed a miracle. The double peek plus the TP, the chance of him connecting all those shots were slim to none. And what?
This guy's insane! You know what I mean? Like,
it's just why?
It's been unhinged so far, but the jump peek into crouch spray? Like,
not the greatest of stance.
it was a spam.
Yeah, once again, just through, probably aiming at Patatek and find Benji instead. Shin, you could just see the confidence. He just walked all the way around. Patatek is completely unaware, maybe expecting the cover to be there from his teammates. Just gets caught out. Everything we sort of wrote home about in the last map seems to have just disappeared. Heretics really, really struggling right now, but Miniboo, maybe he can turn things. As you said, spike on the ground.
Spike on the ground, lockdown and pit to recover. The flank, though, might be something. That smoke has blocked off the alarm bot. Creeping by here, a nice play by Boo. The timing is going to be tough for him, though, because that door is closed, and you won't be able to creep up behind them in quite the same way. And obviously they're worried about this angle that goes towards the steps because players could come from anywhere around here. So the surprise element taken out of it. It was a nice attempt by Boo, but not one that will find value now that he's known. They look for Miniboo and get him. 1 kill onto Magnum, the jumping Odin not working this time. They have a lot to fall back on in taking out the brother Boo. The showstopper, the first thing fired. Well, it looks like Boo's going to avoid that successfully. Again, though, this is more so being used for KC to control the site, to see where this player can be pretty much for free, because if they see him, just fire the rocket rounds done anyways. And now they've got a good afterplant to sit in, to run this clock down and make it next to impossible for Boo. He has to find both players, kill both players, or just defuse. The nade will force him off to start, but now, not a bad idea. We said have been flawless so far. They haven't dropped a map.
See you later.
But it's looking like that streak is about to come to an end. As another kill goes to KC. Now they've got Rien's trapped behind the wall. But they're not even quick to go for it. This is not a team that's in a rush, in a hurry.
Oh, look at the intel. That is just gorgeous. They make sure that a Paranoia and a Prowler go through at the same time. He can't even see the thing that's about to make him even more blind. Perfect stuff from KC, and the fact is, I love the way that their players reacted when I think somebody at least got caught by the Thrash. Their response, 2 players swing immediately. Make sure there's no easy fight for the side of Heretics. Benji now, it's been a different look for him. A quieter game, a 1v4.
Possible.
It seems it, and he's not even going to make it past the 1.
The nade, it's going to be late, but the C's... Oh, it's not a C's. In fact, it's just a haunt. The reveal thrown through. Doesn't get them anything. Martin goes down for his trouble, and Heretics might have a way in.
Damn, this is one of the better looking rounds, but Narrate just so quick to it. Already removing Mini Boot. Shin has found another, but then a flurry of frags come through on the other side, leaving just Shin remaining. He'd have to pull off a miracle, and they already have an orb on it. For him to even try and survive this would be difficult. He's hoping that maybe someone gets overzealous, makes a mistake, but you can see how patient it is, and Benji's even going to land the shot.
But the stopping power isn't enough. They're already through. The stun, not good, because Tamazi steps through it, but Miniboo's waiting on the other side. 4 versus 3, and plant secured.
And in the last match, they were able to really rely on the individual ability of Tamazi. But this time he's isolated, this time he's taken out, and all 4 players back towards Tree, needing a bit of a reposition, wary that there could still be players coming in from behind. Boo is actually going to be trapped out here, and because of that, he's isolated, left on his own. Instead, they're at least going to catch one detained, and it will be killed off. That rotation's still coming in, though, from behind. It's left all onto Miniboo. A chance still to save them. He might be able to kill the planter before he defuses. Not expected to be there so fast. And now Martin is trying exactly the same. Still hasn't managed to get it far enough, and he's going to swing out all the way, knowing that there's not enough time left on the clock. We're looking at them really looking to steamroll their way into the side. And he has been caught by the vulnerability. It doesn't seem to matter for Miniboo. Just running forward, and that might be the doom of them. The death of them even, as now Narrate has managed to find a couple. He's still there with the Nightfall. He's going to make things a little bit more awkward. Finds a 3rd kill in the round and leaves it on to Benji. He has an idea of where both players are, but left blind by the paranoia. Falling back to the site. Now, he still has a lot of time to play with. He doesn't actually need to commit in this direction, and it seems like he's realized it. Now, the problem here is, although he'll get himself an afterplant, Mitch, he is going to get Shin a gun.
But hold on. He's not looking for the afterplan. He faked the door open. They think he's on B, but then he swings through. 7 HP. Shin's got the rifle now, though. 1 bullet, 1 spray, and it will land.
30 seconds left.
But he can't get out. He can't cross the B. That angle's being held by Shin! Benji Fishy!
I'm surprised nothing has gone into this corner. One of the spots you almost always clear. Narrate has started things off well. The double peek, sublime. And finally, a snakebite goes into the corner of Tamazi, but it seems like the damage has already been done. Needing to try and find something in this post plant. Panitek is low on HP. The paranoia is good, but he manages to get one. And Boo's found another. The spam across isn't quite connecting. Even still, the Tamazi now low. They peeked in onto him. Boo looking for the battle, trying to find something back into this one, trying to buy a little bit of extra time for Benji, and this time, I don't think it's going to be enough.
I'm going to need a KC jersey if they keep using the Odin like this. Great spams by Tamazi have done so much damage. We know Magnum's capable with it, but he's got the Stinger in this round. Round goes Martin for his first. Magnum on the Stinger. In comes the snake bites, but it might be too little too late. A whole squad to take down, and they're coming. Blitzing into the angle, losing every fight. HP is low. Magnum's decayed. He's only got 1 health. The snake bite was on the site. It's only Benji Fishy left, and he'll get 1.
Yeah, they don't have
the
time.
Getting
gone.
the rest.
Already lockdown is actually going to be used to try and clear them out of mound. The goal is not to try and get them anywhere near the spike. They'll be able to stick onto it. Miniboo's just spammed. Almost gets caught out by the... Oh, it doesn't matter though. His brother's there to defend him. Thrash being utilized for the 2nd time, and Array is stuck in the mud. Instantly dead. And Shin, well, they invested quite a bit into this round. They managed to get themselves a kill, use a lockdown even. Maybe hoping to funnel them back. No, they're actually trying to go through this. Miniboo's already got rid of Tamazi. That shouldn't have been so easy. Magnum waiting, needs more than 1, and he isn't going to get it. This round is not going the way it was supposed to with a Viper's Pit, but the trades come back thick and fast, leaving Martin still to do damage. The nade onto the side is going to make things awkward as well. The plant still not coming through. And they are playing this one separately. It means Rians needs an insta-kill, and he's not going to get it. For KC now a chance. Another clutch needed. Miniboo's position might not be expected. Smoke going down, but the drop will be heard. They're already onto the defuse, sticking it pretty much all of the way, halfway done. That's all they really needed, and Shin will be there to close it. It is going to be that 13 round on the board. It's going to be a 3rd map at minimum. Some of these firefights, clear out some of the players, and that's not gone great. A bit of spam straight through the screen is enough for Magnum to start things off.
Shot down low by Narrate, but The numbers are already thinned out down to the 3v3 as the plant comes in. Is that a swing from Spawn? No. Magnum's playing this nice and slow. He's got Tamazi with him. And they'll try to open up some space for Shin to sneak his way through. Good shot onto Benji. Fishy. The damage most certainly done to start this, as Team Heretics are now on the back foot. Less angles, more angles to clear rather, and they haven't got the players to cover it. But at least the information now, having spotted Shin, he won't catch him by surprise, but the double swing after will. That's Magnum's third of the round, and it's all down to Boo. Nice shot, one more needed, but it's Magnum. He's been hitting shot after shot, the time against him. He's the one that has to tap that, and Boo is clearing it out bit by bit, playing with him as the time gets ever lower, stuck to half, and tagged down. Magnum's in the danger zone, and he's got to get that defused now. The time.
It's not close.
Oh, I like this aggression. I like the flash, and I like the follow-up.
It's close now.
Shit! Yeah, right next to grabbing his res. It's not a bad start. Look, rifles in hand. Heretics play it as a bonus. Sure, we can throw excuses out there, but that was nasty. And you could see that they were completely caught off guard on the attacking side by that kind of aggression.
Yeah, there was an opportunity to shoot the Dizzy, though. I think that's the only problem, as they get caught out by that piece of utility. Boo trying to find something with the spam. A little bit optimistic. Rian's now trying to do the rest, and Narrate, they've taken enough space. It doesn't look like it thus far, as Magnum already going to pounce.
An attempted return by Rian's, but it's found Rian. Nothing to be located for this squad as Team Heretics bunker down with the man disadvantage. The time ticking away, but it's not that far gone that there's panic in the side of KC. They've got the utility with Thrash back online and immediately shut down. Spray through from Martin is good, leaving Boo on his own. Bought it up top, Martin. Ulkaman's taken away his abilities, but he's still got his rifle to play with. Can't quite get past that wall, and eventually he will. Unfortunately, Mini Boo fired a rocket just before he went down, and that's taken Martin clean out of the round. Lockdown in play, but where are they going to go? They're just going straight up to heaven to deny this from afar. Lineups in play for Benji. Fishy as the nanos come through, and that tap on the spike had to have problems caused. Nice shot for Patatek. Utility now should secure the round on time alone, and Tamazi has next to nothing to do about it. He needs kills, and he needs them now. The next couple of seconds, he'll be hightailing it out of here. An attempt with the wall up. I like it, but they've got to reveal. It's just the constant bombardment of utility that's making it difficult.
From KC is sublime, but here comes the bombardment of utility. First in, first out. Panitek gone! What has just happened? They've been obliterated by Narrate. He was just watching the cross. Repeat, the problem is there's a lot of resistance here. And even after the last round, the man almost died twice aggressively. He still catches them off guard again. Miniboo's gone.
They found Banshee as well. Oh, a little bit late on the reaction to that. And the swing out of Magnum didn't go according to plan. It's a messy round. And it's left it into a 2 versus 2. A winnable spot for the side of Team Heretics. The Viper's Pit online for Tamazi, but his teammate might be in trouble. The Thrash comes through. It's now in the open. Irretrievable, almost a mosh pit from Narrate. That is brave. Maybe foolish. Rian's quickly deals with him, but the angle for Tamazi? Those players are hidden away.
Oh, can you see
they're going to check it. They're going to check it together. There you go. Oh, no, not together. Patatek got the info. Rian's is left to close this out. He's already tagged a little bit. Unfortunate. Tamazi now sees the wall is there. He's got to go forward. He's caught with a snake bite. Not dealt with, though. That could be a mistake. The Rian's lives to regret. He's running. Got the ult to work with. Rian's is just going to shift it up close, already stuck halfway, and the head scene. Rian's knows it's not being stuck. He'll play the time and eventually get in there for his third.
Straight over the top goes Martin. No fear, as there's not really been anything connected. Panitek already gone, and he's just continuing forward. Finally will be dealt with, but he's taken the space for his team. And now all that's left is Benji. He manages a couple within a second. But it isn't going to be enough.
Ration, though, having seen that some of the other players haven't been detained, just block it, duh.
Okay.
Rian's blocks the mosh pit, and then takes down Martin with a straight spray through the pit. Okay, one big player dealt with. Bladestorm out of the round, lockdown used, and a Viper's Pit already placed on the map. What's Heretics' plan?
Not.
But look, they're waiting for it on the side of Heretics. They wanted this.
Nice.
Flash was good. That saved the day. And Narrate's got another kill on the back of it. Decimating this squad. 4 versus 3. Pit still up and they play forward. Tamazi falls. That's the pit down, but only Boo left to deal with. And Martin's got him locked in. Fake works. The players are on site.
Oh, and they faked it again.
through.
That wall is a ruse. Look, Rians runs through, goes, there's a wall there. There's no way there's a guy on the other side. The nade trying to deny. The push in doesn't get anything. Shin fighting strong, but Benji again left into a 1v2, so low on HP. Needs an immediate response.
Calling my bot.
Yeah, with 15 health,
Bot coming back.
quick headshots needed. That's the only way out of this one. He has got 1v1s on offer, but he's looking the wrong way on the way through.
The knife, a fragment, even a blast pack for some space to be taken. Magnum, they're already getting rid of Blue. That's not the start they were looking for. Martin has also sat alongside Timmy the Turret. A pretty nasty angle to be playing behind something they might not even consider checking. And while they finally cleared him, but it's too little too late.
Triple swing on backside. Shin, he might have looked out of position, but that's because you didn't see Martin right behind him. You only see the
Mike's
flash
dropped.
of his barrel as he takes kill after kill, 12 seconds. And the cover
10
is there.
seconds left.
The space is taken. The territory well and truly in the hands of Karmine Corp. The Team Heretics of Benji and Rians attempting to bring...
What?
Well, I don't know about that shot, but it worked. Instead, look, they still have the lockdown to work with, but you're not punishing on the way out quite the same. Nice shot from Martin, but he only gets the one. And with the lockdown in play, there's some trouble brewing. You're crazy. Throwing in the thrash here. It's actually caught one, but Magnum won't get round the corner in time, and Nare won't make it out. The pressure's now on. Shin's got a 1v3 for the next couple seconds while they tap that defuse. Here comes the swing. Good shot from Shin! He's got them both! A chance to keep this alive. It's halfway, and the head was spotted. Narrate knows the timing is his. He's dropped down, covered it with a shot, and the angle's now tough for Miniboo, 20 HP, but he'll hit the shot to keep Heretics alive. It's gonna be the first man. I like the angle he's on. Actually, now I'm believing. Oh, God. Okay, he gets there in the end, nice and clean. First kill, just as we expected. Shut down right after. Shot from Benji's good. Heretics aren't letting go of this. It's only Tamazi left, and he hasn't got a goddamn chance. Curse isn't real, Tom. KC going one more. Getting a few on the way through. Rians has been consistent, and Patatek's got the first. Good signs for Heretics.
Yeah, and that's 3 players already. They can continue to stack up onto this site. Still plenty of time to play with. But Patatek in a re-aggressed position. Still fighting strong, has a teammate alongside him, but the trades are good. A Viper's Pit, possible. And the flash also catching onto Boo will let them know that he's here.
Last player standing.
Instead, though, Narrate goes fighting, goes facing that snake bite.
30
It's
seconds
going to do
left.
quite a bit of extra damage. Leave Tamazi low, and he's now being rounded on from behind from Benji. His positioning almost perfect, but just looking to try and get into that pit, catch him before he could do anything else. The second snake bite as well, just making things so much worse. 44 HP, the right spam could do everything, and Tamazi knows it. He's going to try and fight forward, looking for that player who's about to round the corner. Not quite ready for it. Might still win the duel, though. Somehow has turned this back into a 1v1, but Benji's there. Few players. As they continue this push forward, Patatek's gone, so is Rians. Not the start they were looking for. Benji's at least managed to claw back one. We will see the plant in.
Planted.
And now the fallback. This is just going to have to be that full retake now.
At least still some utility to work with, but the pin for Heretics needs to be dealt with. They could get that diffused right under their nose.
He got
Magnum's
2!
all the way around. It's only one player to worry about, and he's way up top. Magnum could have 3 kills down below. But instead, they were focused on finding that third. Boo and Benji. Benji very low. Boo not too healthy either. And with the pit down, things are looking like it might just be over. 30 HP, 1 shot needed for KC. They don't decide to back off, instead staying on the site. Up top, Narrate has not spotted the player below him, so Benji's good to go. Finding another on Tamazi before Magnum steps up, but he's got so much more to do and falls immediately. With those kind of plays, and yeah, indeed, the bookie's going to be used up here. Flash not going to catch him. Bucky, not that good though. That's always going to be your problem. Luckily, they've taken heaven. Patatek had just shift walked up with his wall. He's turned back to fight Shin, but lost his life. The numbers now back to even.
Spike
Nice
planted.
fight. Well done by Shin with Miniboo down. The real danger is the rifle and Benji. Rians has done the same, but he's a quantifiable factor. They knew that he was at the back site. They still know it, and there's no way out for Rians. He's got to fight his way through. The peek around the back. Oh, he's got the reload off on time, but the shots don't quite land. Not for him.
They're going back towards this position, a slow sneak in. They're going to end up walking straight into him. He's waiting on the other side. And the bait worked the entire time.
30
Sure,
seconds left.
it might have taken a lot longer than they would have hoped it would. And now Boo, he's got to sprint, he's got to run, he's got to get this spike and try and move on to the site. His teammate looking to try and wrap back around, but the timing is just not good enough. They need so much more. Now isn't going to find anything, and there he's Kuhn straight off this. They're just looking to try and take out one of these controllers. In fact, they catch Shin.
They've just popped every ult they had to try and get this one, and it looks like it's worked. So many kills going their way.
Okay.
A double nade kill. Not even off the first blast either. It was the paint shells falling out after. Patatek has managed to slice a little bit of control for himself towards the spawn, and as we're seeing on our screens, KC are in a bit of trouble as they've lost their screens. I don't know where Martine's planning to take this one, but it's got to be right into Patatek's face if he wants spawn control, and he's done that pretty flawlessly. The first, but many more to come if he's to have a chance. And you can see he's not even going to try it.
That's going to be someone they have to clear. The final ult that was on the board is going to be that Viper's Pit, but Miniboo's gone down. Martine somehow, while pushing into that utility, has got rid of Patatek. Somehow this has come back to being competitive.
Shouldn't have even been close. The KC have left Boo in the wind.
The same nade, and now the pressure comes in. Shin left completely blind, but he hasn't been checked on. He hasn't been cleared, and because of that, he gets away with so much. As devastating to them. Under pressure, though, on the site.
Oh, that pressure's alleviated by Narrate. Comes straight in with a showstopper and a good hit onto Rian's. The utility out of the round. Spike on back B. And two players spread
30
out.
seconds left.
A very tough fight presents itself for Team Heretics. They do well to win the first, but with Patatek down and Benji Fishy in known quantity, there was no way that that was going to work.
They change the way things are going. Nice work from Miniboo, though. He didn't even need to use it. Magnum is there alongside him, but he will go down as well.
Last player standing.
It's an awkward couple of fights. It's Miniboo that's making them so awkward. Heretics have done a great job to take that side control. Conserve the ult as well until it was needed. I don't know how Miniboo got away with it. I guess the blast from the rocket helped him out. This swing from Martine, and whoa, he won't even get to swing.
Scenario, this is now somehow looking workable. Even still, though, it's not going to be easy.
No, not with Narrate around. That flash from Martine! He's gone absolutely ham! It's crazy because we compliment KC. Oh, they sit back, they play together. They're always a second element to it. Except for Martine. Sometimes he can just come swinging out of a smoke and take 2 kills. And he kind of whiffed the first couple shots. That could have been 3. Devastating stuff for Heretics. With Patatek extremely low and Boo on the elbow. He's the real point of contact nade. Oh, that's going to force Patatek to the elbow too. Both of these players on the same angle. And here comes the swing very soon. They've got 2 players inside the smoke. It's their choice of where they want to go, and 3 together. Good spray to start. Magnum down, but not able to follow up. KC quickly put a close to that. Up from the earlier fight, puts pressure on Patatek, who's catching players not even looking. They were so focused on Rian's, who's done a little bit more damage, bought time for the rotate. Look where Benji Fishy is. This is a nasty position, not one you expect. And no, he wasn't expecting the jump peek. The trade, decent considering that player was low. Mid hold from Boo. Paranoia is good, but the players in the... Oh no, it's not good! Magnum didn't get blinded. He sidestepped it. And now we're neck and neck, 2 versus 2. What a recovery.
It looked like it was going to be spot on, but not this time. I'm looking at Shin. His positioning always seems to be paramount in these rounds, and he's able to clear some of the backlines. It leaves him in a position where if he gets this right, he could be catching the players in the back as they look to push into the site. Information should be had. I think he will have heard them already. Oh, that's perfect. Now he definitely knows. They're looking to try and clear the site, and instead, he's just slowly making his way up behind the Magnum, just trying to bait down that clock a little bit more, and already he's found one. Their Magnum actually gets both. A fast-paced move, but the spike going up through middle could be a problem. Patatek, prime position, but he's only going to get the one. The one drop, though, is the spike. But the rest of the team are coming back round with it. Looking to head through A, back up to B. Boo, well placed to maybe put a spanner in the works. But again, it's an instant trade.
Both of those kills, Boo and Patatek, dropped by Shin. Another player who's been so impressive, and I think I could go through the KC roster and just name them all at this point. Blowing our minds game after game. And for Shin, those 2 kills valuable because they've sent the rest of the squad.
Steal the site.
right into the waiting hands of Narate, into the waiting hands of Tamazi, neither of which win their fight, so it's all onto him. An ace needed by Shin, his third already secured. Low HP on Benji Fishy. It's doable for this young gun. He's swinging, and a beautiful headshot. Just 10 HP between him and an 11th round for KC.
Oh, again, opportunities for Miniboob. He's just not quite landing the shots. Rians will do the work instead. Been having a bit of a rough time, but at least onto the board. Benji holding strong on the other side as Shin's lurk is definitely being watched for. One of the better scenarios we've seen from Heretics, but that's been the major thing, is when they seem to be out is when they finally start waking up. And for Rians, that does mean taking down another. The spike retrieved, but a 2 versus 4, not a lot of time to play with. They need to go.
Yeah, and they're putting a lot of stock into that catwalk position. There's no one from Heretics there, so the utility doesn't fall on anyone. Doesn't set them up, and they certainly didn't know that Miniboo was in that off angle. Just sat in the spawn and wait. Good night. Not good night, just yet. In fact, they don't know he's there. Oh my.
For popped. Miniboo hoping to try and find something, and he goes peeking back in and gets shot in the head. Luckily, Rians has found one backside.
Martin has gone down.
Did Martin
He did. He took the kill and TP'd. Yep. He'd put his gate crash early in towards back B, and well, bless him. You know, not many players would have the audacity to try to make that play. It hasn't worked out. Cosmic Divide and Nightfall in play. It's caught one. Paranoia response.
Ooh, they know.
Good damage.
They're
Good
gonna
kill.
know.
Easy spams. Rienz is low. Hello. Eventually they get him. And now it looks like the dominoes have started to fall. Team Heretics. They took down the kings of EMEA. But now they found that throne, it wasn't theirs. Not automatically. Karmine Corp, just a few kills away. Narate might just have them in the bag. He's walked up, the smoke fades. And so too does all hope for Heretics. Karmine Corp